ဆိုရင်ကြောက်လိုက်ကြတယ်ရဏမြတ်သုံးပါးဆရာသမားပေါင်းတို့ဟာသရာယိုကျိုးလက်အုပ်မိုး၍ရှိခိုးပူဇော်ဖူးမြော်မှန်လျော့ကြောကြသောကောင်းမှုကုသိုလ်ကံစေနာဖျားဖျားတို့ကြောင့်မိမိတို့သည်အလိုရှိရာတောင်းတအပ်သောလောကီလောကုတ္တရာကောင်းကျိုးချမ်းသာမင်္ဂလာပေါင်းတို့နှင့်ပြည့်စုံနိုင်ကြပါစေယာမံဝရာမိတံဝရေထနမောတသဗ္ဗဂဝါတောအရဟတောသမ္မာသမ္ဗုဒ္ဓတ္တဗုဒ္ဓံတရဏံကိသာမိဓမ္မံတရဏံကိသာမိသံဃံတရဏံကိသာမိတရဏဂမနံပရိဘုံနံပါဏာတိဣဒံမေတိလံမကဖလညာနတပိစယောဟောတုအပမဒေနသံပါရိထာဘုန်းတော်ဒီနေ့ပါရမီဓမ္မစင်တာမှာပေါ့နော်ဒုတိယမြောက်နေ့တရားဟောဖို့တဲ့တရားဟောဖို့တော့ဘုန်းတော်တခါကြီးဥသောမက alone the pit on a shim English will hobby by the shadow. The Aboguria level English will not an amateur of only English will hobby, no? The new home took down out of one of the tea took down our 3,000 out of Tayota Nikaya, Mawaka, Balia, Lade, toad. Pony English, Simba English through Alumen Alema. And the neck level. To the not only that, to add alone and not only Yadon, Bolishim Yadi Malare, Pony to Romia, Pamalule, Pamalue Horam Yaro. The English Honemas in the hobby was the home Janet, the near Sabro, the Janet, the English hobby. Today is the second day of the 7-day meditation retreat in Barami Meditation Center in Australia. The donor of this monastery, the Mr. Soma requested to give the Dhamma talk in English. Then everyone can listen to the Dhamma talk. Everyone has chance to listen to the Dhamma talk. That's why, starting from today, I would like to give the Dhamma talk in English. Today, the Sutta name is the Sati Sutta. This Sati Sutta comes from Sanyutta Nikaya, Mahavaka Pali. So the Buddha taught the following Pali. I would like to recite the Pali, then I will translate in English. Ekan Samayam Bhagawa Visaliyam Viradi Amba Pali Vane Tadara Kho Bhagawa Bhikkhu Amanditi Bhikkhodi Paranditi De Bhikkhu Bhagawa Do Pyesa Sozo Bhagawa Idarosa. One time, the Buddha was living Visali city. Amba Pali, the mango, the garden of Hawaii, Amba Pali lady. So at that time, the Buddha called the bhikkhu. Then the bhikkhu replied, yes, Buddha. Then the Buddha gave the Dhamma talk as follows. Sato bhikkhave bhikkhu Viriya Samba Jano Ayaho Amaga Anu Sadhani Bhikkhu Sato, be mindful, be aware of. Samba Jano, be aware of, be mindful, then living with the mindfulness. Ayaho Amaga Anu Sadhani, this is my advice. The Buddha saying, Bhikkhu, every day you have to live with the mindfulness. You have to observe. You have to be mindful. Your body and mind. This is my advice. Tankatensa Bhikkhave Bhikkhu Sato Hoti. How do you practice mindfulness? How do you practice mindfulness? Ida Bhikkhave Bhikkhu. Hiya Bhikkhu Kaye Kanubase Virati. Observe your body. Observe your body. Adabi with the great effort. Samajano with the awareness. Sadima with the mindfulness. Vinaya Logi Abhisa Domination. When you have the great effort, great awareness, mindfulness in your body, at the moment you have the no lobha, no dosa. You can remove the lobha, dosa, lobha, greed, dosa, the anger. The Buddha teach the monk, be mindful, be aware of your body. Your body means here every your positions. Sitting, walking, lying down. Every moment you have to observe your body. Why the Buddha advised the monk to be aware of your body? Because even though you have your own body and mind, most of the time, most of the people do not aware of their own body and mind. So even though you do every day, you eat every day, sleep every day, working every day, sitting down, getting up, stretching your hands, but at the moment, your mind is out of your body and mind. When you do something you want to do, when you are doing it, your mind already goes somewhere else. At the moment, you are not mindful. Even though you are doing it every day, but when you are sitting down, when you are getting up, actually you are not really aware of at the moment. So because of the mind, so your mind, they like to observe others since you wake up. Since you wake up, then your mind already goes outside. Most of the time, so your mind is already outside. That's why in Bali saying, Papa Samay, Remedi Mano. The mind like to do the outside things, watching TV, using internet, talking to your friend. So the mind so like to observe others, but when you observe your mind and body, within a few minutes, you feel bored, you feel not lost interested, because naturally the mind like to observe others than your own body and mind. Even though you know many things around the world, from the internet, from the newspaper, but to know your own body and mind is very hard, because very hard to observe. So when you close your eyes, so sit down, within a few minutes, the mind automatically open their eyes. So that's why the Buddha encouraged, observe your body and mind. Be aware of your body and mind. Even the Buddha say, Adabi. Adabi means you have to make a great effort. If you do not make great effort, then after you practice a few minutes, then you feel sleepy, the mind wandering a lot, go here and then. So even though you observe the rising, falling, or anapana a few times, you can observe the rising, falling, or anapana a few times, then you have a lot of wandering mind, thinking mind, sometimes angry mind, sometimes planning mind. So there are many kinds of mind occupying your mind. Cannot observe the rising, falling, or anapana anymore. That's why the Buddha is saying here, Adabi, with the great effort. You have to make a lot of effort to reach the object. Then not only that, Dhamma jhano. So you have to aware of very carefully. If you do not aware of very carefully, at the moment you are not very sure. You are observing the rising, falling, or you are thinking. So you are not very sure you are thinking or analyzing because your awareness is not enough. So then the Buddha is saying satima, with the mindfulness. This is a very important three words, right? Adabi, sambhajano, satima. Adabi, with the great effort. Sambhajano, with the great awareness. Satima, mindfulness. When you observe the object, rising, falling, lifting, moving forward, placing, if you have these three qualities of your meditation, great effort, great awareness, mindfulness, then you can see the rising, falling every moment, lifting, moving forward, placing. The reason why the Buddha asked you to observe carefully. Because as you know, the Buddha already explained our mind and body changing all the time. But you never see it. Right? So when you look back about your 20 years old age or 10 years old age, so you are different from the current, your own body and mind. Because your body and mind changing every moment. Even though you know the body and mind changing every moment, but you never see it, your body and mind changing, how the body and mind changing. So that's why you have to close your eyes, observe your own body and mind to see this body and mind changing. If you do not aware of carefully, you will not see the body and mind changing even though you practice for many years. So that's why when you practice meditation, if you do not see the body and mind changing, if you do not see the anicca and dukkha anatta, even you practice 10 years or 20 years, you will not see anicca and dukkha anatta. If you will not see the anicca and dukkha anatta, your own body and mind, you will not remove your kilesa, defilement. If you cannot remove your kilesa, you will not see the benefits of practicing meditation. The purpose of practicing meditation is to see anicca, dukkha, anatta, to see impermanence, dukkha, suffering, anatta, no control, cannot control. So if you cannot see anicca, dukkha, anatta, then how can you observe when you feel angry? When you have the kilesa, how can you observe? How can you remove? You cannot. If you cannot remove your kilesa, you will not change. Even though you can practice sitting meditation for 2 hours, 3 hours, but kind of peaceful, calm. You feel calm and peaceful, but you never see your body and mind changing. So you never gain the insight knowledge. So that's why the Buddha encouraged very clearly, Kaye kanubasi ueradi, Adabi samasano sadima winia loge vesa dominasa. Observe your body with the great effort, great awareness, with the mindfulness. So at the moment, when you can see the rising, falling, or moving forward, then you have at the moment no lobha, no dosa, no wandering mind. If you cannot observe, yes, during the sitting meditation, you have a lot of wandering mind, thinking mind. Sometimes you are angry, upset. Even, for example, when you are sitting meditation, someone make noise. You feel angry, so you hear the noise because at the moment your observation is weak. Your observation cannot reach the object. So when the people are talking, sometimes opening the door, sometimes they are making noise. So if you cannot reach the object, your minds go to many other objects. Even someone sitting next to you, so they are opening the something, so they are taking the medicine or they do something, you feel very disturbed. So at that time you have to understand, so many things disturb your meditation because your awareness is not enough to reach the object. So you have to make effort, so observing the object, rising, falling. So if you can reach the object, you cannot hear anything. No matter how much the noise coming, you cannot hear the noise. So means when you do sitting meditation, walking meditation, when your minds go to outside very often, so means that you have to understand your concentration is weak, your mindfulness is weak, your observation weak, effort is weak, so you have to make effort. See the rising, falling, lifting, moving forward, placing. So if you can reach, every moment you see a lot of benefits. That's why the Buddha is saying, observe your body with the great effort, great awareness, so mindfulness, every moment. Practice meditation, the Buddha teaches not only sitting meditation. You have to observe your body, walking meditation, or when you are eating, even the taking shower, because if you cannot observe, the kilesa can come in any times. Kilesa means here, lobha, dosa, moha, even though you have the wandering mind, thinking mind, still we can call kilesa. When you have wandering mind, thinking mind, planning mind, your mind, go here and there, restless mind, worry, angry, upset, desired. So many kind of mind we call kilesa. Even though you have a lot of wandering mind, thinking mind, still can call kilesa. That's why you have to observe every moment. Of course, beginning of your practice, you cannot observe every moment, every day. But at least you have to understand. Practicing mindfulness means the Buddha teach not only sitting meditation, even when you are open your eyes, close your eyes, sitting down, getting up, wearing the shoes, take out the shoes, taking shower, eating, even during the eating, you can observe a lot of things. Firstly, you see you have the desire to eat. Then you move your hands. Then you take the spoon. Then you take the plate. You put the food into the plate. Curries. Then you start carrying the food, opening the mouth. Put the food into the mouth. Chewing, swallowing. Even the one spoon, you need to observe a lot. If you cannot observe, there are many things you miss. Right? Like our yogi, you eat every day. You eat every day. So when you are really swallowing the food, can you really aware of chewing the moment, swallowing the moment? When you are taking the spoon, when you stretch your hands, can you really aware of? Every moment. So you have to try to observe. That's why the mindfulness is very important. Every moment. If your mindfulness is weak, if you cannot observe, there are many kilesa coming into your mind. So that's why the Buddha is saying the bhikkhu, observe your body every moment with the great effort, great awareness, mindfulness. So at the moment, the kilesa cannot come. This is the Buddha teach how to observe the body. That's why here our yogis practicing sitting meditation, walking meditation, daily activities. Until you go to bed, you have to observe. Then the others, Vedana Sukh, Vedana Nubasi Virati, Adavi Samasano Sadima, Vinaya Loke, Pesa Dominasa. Vedana Sukh, Vedana the feeling, Sukha, Dokha, Ubekha. Vedana Sukh, Vedana Nubasi Virati, Adavi Samasano Sadima, Vinaya Loke, Pesa Dominasa. Observe your feeling with the great effort, great awareness, mindfulness. So at that time, so you have no lobha, no dosa, no greed, no anger for the feeling. When you practice meditation, you can see the both sukha vedana, dukkha vedana, ubekha vedana. In the beginning of your practice, Mostly, yogi can see the dukkha vedana, pain, a lot of pain, itchy, uncomfortable, cannot breathe, discomfort. So very hard to sit for 1 hour. A lot of pain, itchy, hot. So you can see a lot of dukkha vedana. But sometimes when you really improve more and more, you can see sukha vedana. Your body feels very light, calm, peaceful, happy. So every moment you observe, you can see the object, the body is comfortable, sitting 1 hour, no problem. Sometimes you can see ubekha vedana. Ubekha vedana means no sukha, no dukkha. In between, sukha, dukkha, ubekha. So we call neutral feeling. So when you see the sukha vedana, then you have to observe happy, peaceful, light, comfortable. If you cannot observe, you can have the attachment or very good sensation. I would like to see more. So even some yogi, they worried the good sensation that not to disappear. So they worry. So because they like it very much, that's why in Bali say, Sukhaya Vedanaya, Kamaraga Nusayo Anusedi. When you have the Sukha Vedana during your practice, if you cannot observe, then you may have the Lobha Kilesa. Greed, Lobha Kilesa. Sukhaya Vedanaya, Kamaraga Nusayo Anusedi. When you practice meditation, when you have the Sukha Vedana, good feeling light, happy, peaceful, calm, very comfort. So if you cannot observe, you may have the Lobha Kilesa. You may have the Lobha Kilesa. That's why our yogi have to observe. Calm, peaceful, light, every object. Then when you have the dukkha vedana, feeling suffering, sometimes cannot breathe, lot of pain, discomfort, very heavy, very uncomfortable. So if you cannot observe, you may have the dukkhaya vedanaya, prikanusayo anusedi. Dukkhaya vedanaya, prikanusayo anusedi. When you have the dukkha vedana, if you cannot observe, the yogi may have the prikanusayo dosa kilesa. You feel angry, upset. Why I haven't practiced so long, I still see a lot of pain and cannot overcome. Sometimes you want to overcome, cannot overcome, you feel upset, angry, dislike it. So that's why the yogi have to accept, because the Buddha says, dukkha desa. This body and mind is truly the suffering. Every moment changing, the body has a lot of discomfort. When you do not practice meditation, you cannot see because you keep your body position in your home, at the home. Of course, you have this dukkha kilesa in your body and mind. Why you don't see it? Because you keep changing your position. When you are sit very long, you stand up. When you stand up very long, you feel uncomfortable, you lying down. When you are lying down, you feel uncomfortable. Then you get up, take shower, walk. So you keep changing your body position. That's why in your daily life, you don't see it. Dukkha vedana. Actually, the body is every moment dukkha vedana. The reason you don't see it because you keep changing your position in your daily life. That's why you don't see it. When you can do practice meditation, you have to make the determination to sit the 1 hour. To do walking meditation. So when you say 1 hour, you cannot change like in your daily life. So if you sit 10 minutes or 20 minutes, you start feel very uncomfortable, pain, a lot of discomfort, many things feel hot, cold. So some yogi thought something wrong. Something wrong. So they don't want to practice anymore, or sometimes they worry so much, even some yogis. So they would like to see doctor to get the medicine, or sometimes they would like to get massage. So sometimes they would like to take shower. So actually, when you practice meditation, you observe your body and mind. Whatever appears in your body and mind, you have to observe. You cannot run away. If you run away, so means that you don't have the parami. That's why meditation means that you need parami. Parami means that you really want to have the many good things for your life. If you would like to have the many good things for your life, yes, you need to sacrifice, or you need to make a strong determination. Actually, no one really dying by practice meditation. Just sometimes some people worry so much. Actually, I never see people dying by practice meditation, or they never get hurt by practice meditation. Even when they practice meditation, they can free from the many kind of disease. When they practice meditation, so even they can be free from the many kind of disease, serious disease. But sometimes some people are worried so much. I never see like this. I feel headache, I feel dizzy, I cannot sleep very well, I cannot eat very well. So when I come to meditation center, I feel dizzy, headache, or I cannot stay very long, so I cannot sleep very well, eat very well. So they worry and they would like to leave. That's why, during the time of the Buddha, when the people would like to practice, the meditation teacher will not give meditation instruction easily. The meditation teacher find out how much determination this yogi have. The teacher find out in many ways. The teacher asks the yogi to do many things, many difficult things. So when the teacher see the yogi have the very strong determination, then the teacher give meditation instructions. So that's why at the time of the Buddha, when they practice meditation, they can attain Sotapan, Sagaragan, Anagan, Yanda easily. Nowadays, so some people, they have the saddha for practice, but sometimes some people, they don't have the knowledge, they don't know how to practice. Some people, they have the knowledge, but they don't have the saddha, so they don't want to practice. So if you have the saddha, if you have the knowledge, saddha means believe Buddha and Dhamma Sangha. If you have the knowledge, then practice meditation should not be difficult. Because you just observe your own body and mind. Whatever appears, you have to accept. Observe, do not run away, do not get massage, do not want to see the doctor, take medicine. So this is the right way to do. This is the right way to do meditation. So then you can see, the Buddha said everything is anicca. The reason you see the dukkha suffering all the time because you don't have enough concentration mindfulness. If you have enough concentration mindfulness, your insight knowledge improve. Yes, even if you observe dukkha vedana. The dukkha vedana, very suffering. You observe the dukkha vedana slowly, sometimes go away. Sometimes feeling very discomfort. You observe slowly go away. Sometimes you feel very hot, very tight, very heavy. You observe, they go away. Whatever you observe, sukha, dukkha, vedana, you observe, go away. Even though you observe rising, falling. The rising, falling also changing, go away. Then you feel happy. Very happy. We call Dhamma happiness. Before, you trying to observe, you never see the pain go away. Everything go away, but when you observe, then you see the pain go away. Everything changing. You don't need to observe for very long. So everything changing means you feel very comfortable, very light, very calm, peaceful. Whatever you observe, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. So they go away very quickly, then you feel very relaxed. Right? So you feel very relaxed because everything become very easy. Very easy, right? So we call this is the Dhamma happiness. So that's why, so you have to observe Sukha or Dukkha, Ubekha Vedana. Even the Ubekha Vedana, you have to observe Adukha Dukkaya Vedanaya. Visa Nusya Anuseti. When you have the Ubekha Vedana, so if you cannot observe, you can still have the Avijja, Visa Nusya Anuseti. So means every moment you see Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Ubekha Vedana in your body and mind. So you have to observe. When you can observe, you will not have the Lobha, you will not have the Dosa, you will not have the Avijja, Moha. That's why the Buddha says, Vedana su Vedana nupasi virati. Adabi samadhano sati ma vinaya loke besa dominasan. When you practice meditation, sitting, walking, daily mindfulness, you see Sukha, Dukkha, Ubekha, whatever Vedana arise, don't worry, don't attach. Observe carefully, finally, you can overcome. So you will not have the no love, you will not have you will not have the Lobha, Dosa, Moha. This is the Buddha teach how to observe the Dhamma. Then the Buddha teach how to observe the mind. Siddhi Siddhanupasi Virati. Adabi Samadhano Satima. Vinaya Loke Abhesa Dominasan. Observing the mind with the great effort, great awareness, great mindfulness. So at that moment, when you observe the mind, you will not have the Lobha, Dosa. When you practice meditation, yeah, the mind is so quick. Very, very quick. So even though you're trying to observe the rising, falling, but the mind is still wandering a lot, thinking a lot, planning a lot, many thinking about your past experience, thinking about the future you're planning, many things. So when you see the mind, you have to observe, no way. Right? Because you are not trying to control, you cannot control your mind. Also the Buddha teaching you how to observe the mind. The Buddha doesn't teach you how to control the mind, because we cannot control. So when you see the mind, you have to observe. Whatever mind, rise, angry mind, absent mind, happy mind, peaceful mind, sometimes even you want to do dana, or you are making the plan to do the dana, any kind of mind, you have to observe. During the meditation, you cannot even think about this is nama, rupa, or this is the five khanda, this is the avijjatana, this is the karma or kilesa. No, you cannot think. During your practice, you have to observe. When you see the mind, so thinking mind, planning mind, kusala mind, akusala mind, happy mind, no happy mind, no peaceful mind, restless mind, many kind of mind you have to observe. Sometimes the mind keep coming, then you can keep observing the rising, falling. Sometimes you can directly observe the mind until the mind stop, thinking mind stop. Then you can go back to rising, falling. Sometimes there are many kind of wandering mind, thinking mind coming. So then you can keep observing the rising, falling or anapana. If you can keep the rising, falling or anapana, then the wandering mind stop automatically. Sometimes the wandering mind, thinking mind very quick. You just aware of. So you don't need to observe, because at the moment you see your wandering mind, then already stopped. then you can keep observing the rising falling. Means sometimes you have the time to observe your thinking mind, wandering mind. You can observe wandering mind, thinking mind to stop until you stop. Sometimes the mind is so quick. You are observing the rising falling, then you see the wandering mind, thinking mind coming and go, just a word of enough. Then keep observing the rising falling. If you can keep the observing the rising falling this way, you have no lobha, no dodha. Sometimes the some yogis, they thought, when they come to meditation center, they would like to be calm, peaceful. They don't want to see any wandering mind. So you have to understand, you don't have the enough concentration, mindfulness. How can you peaceful within a few hours? So also the Buddha teach the four foundation of mindfulness. When you see the mind, even though you see kusala mind, akusala mind for the object, you have to observe. Even though you see the kusala mind, akusala mind, you have to observe. You have to observe, you have to note. So you have to accept. Even though you don't want to see a lot of akusala mind, but you have to accept because so your mind still this object thinking. So if you in this way, if you observe this way, finally when you gain concentration, mindfulness more and more, yes. So your wandering mind, thinking mind can be less. But in the beginning of your retreat, no way to control your mind. Also, even that you upset, when you upset, then you have the dosa kilesa. Right? So when you see your wandering mind, thinking mind a lot, you don't like it. So you have the kilesa, dosa kilesa. So that's why. So when you see any kind of mind, just accept, observe. So I explained to you two ways. Sometimes you can observe the mind directly. Sometimes you can observe the rising, falling. So in this way, so your concentration, mindfulness improve, getting stronger and stronger. So then you can observe rising more and more. Then your wandering mind, thinking mind can be less and less. So that's why the Buddha teach how to observe the mind. Our yogi need to understand. Right? When you come to meditation center, you are trying to observe your body, your mind, your feeling. You cannot control. Right? Even though you have a lot of wandering mind, thinking mind, if you see a lot of wandering mind, thinking mind, you have to do walking, daily mindfulness carefully. That's all. You have to do sitting meditation, walking meditation, daily mindfulness carefully. So when you do carefully sitting, walking, daily mindfulness, then finally you can overcome those kind of mind. Finally, your wandering mind, thinking mind can be less and less. Even later, you can see even that the mind changing. Right? When you really improve, you observe the mind, actually not only one mind. There are many kind of mind. If you do not practice, you thought yesterday mind, last year, yesterday mind, the same mind, actually not the same mind. You observe this mind, go away, then new mind come in, then you observe this angry mind, go away, then even the angry mind go away, then next mind you feel happy. Sometimes you feel happy, you observe, next mind, sometimes restless. So you can see even that the mind changing, not the one mind. That's why the Buddha encouraged, observe the mind carefully with the great effort. Then you will not have the lobha, dosa for the mind. After the Buddha teach the mind, then the Buddha teach Dhamma nupassana. Dhammesu Dhamma nupassi virati. Adavi samsano sati ma vinaya loke bhesa dominasan. Observing the Dhamma. Dhamma means the general object. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, knowing. When you practice meditation, you can see many kind of imagination. Sometimes you see the Buddha image, or sometimes you see the dead body, sometimes you see the skeleton, sometimes you see the light, forest, many things colors, many beautiful colors. So sometimes you can also hear the many kind of sound, sometimes music, sometimes someone calling you your names, sometimes smelling, many kind of smelling, bad smelling, good smelling, tasting, someone touching, when you practice knowing. When you do meditation, when you see those kind of seeing the object, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, this is just nimitta, imagination. So this is the not special Dhamma. But sometimes some people, they have the misunderstanding. When they see light, something they thought very special. Actually, the Buddha encourages you to see your body and mind, to see anicca, dukkha, anatta. Seeing the imagination, seeing the nimitta is kind of meditation experience, not special. Sometimes because of your kilesa, lobha, dosa, moha kilesa, something you see it, you have the misjudgment. You have the misjudgment, and when you have the misjudgment for your meditation, you have misunderstanding for the Dhamma. You do not understand the Dhamma correctly. So if you do not understand the Dhamma correctly, then how can you share the Dhamma with others? That's why the vipassana is to see our mind, our body and mind changing anicca, dukkha, anatta. To reduce or to remove the kilesa. This is the purpose of our practice of vipassana. But some yogi, they see the light, something very special in their eyes. They can play with it. They can play like the game. You can play like the game because you have the concentration. Concentration is concentration, not inside knowledge. Inside knowledge is to see our body and mind changing anicca, dukkha, anatta. This is the vipassana, panya vipassana knowledge. So if you, during your practice, you see, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, this is part of meditation experience, nothing special, you have to observe. When you observe, even though you see this kind of image, slowly go away. Seeing image, go away. Smelling, tasting, touching, go away. That's why someone who do practice meditation, they cannot keep something in their mind very long. So they can remove easily whatever they see, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. They can remove it easily. So that's why the Buddha encouraged observe. When you see the light or when you see the color, anything you see, hearing, the reason you see those kind of image because you have the attachment. You like it. Sometimes you hate. If you hate it, you like it, those kind of object can stay in your mind very long. For example, when you go to this downtown, right? When you go to downtown, when you see the people, when you see the things, when you like it, even though you go home, this kind of the things still stay in your mind and body, in your mind, in your eyes. But if you do not really like it or if you do not really hate, then just seeing, then this object so will not stay in your mind and eyes. So means the reason, so some people stay in your mind, something stay in your mind and eyes because you like, sometimes you like it or sometimes you hate. So that's why state. If you just so, you are not hate, you do not like it, just seeing and go away. When you do meditation, the reason this seeing the object, imagination, keep coming because sometimes you like it. Sometimes you hate, you don't like it. So that's why stay, keep coming. If you just observe, just note, you observe seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, then this object will not stay, but go away. So then you will not have the lobha, dosa, for that seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. That's why the Buddha encouraged the monk, bhikkhu, be mindful, be aware of. What you have to be mindful, aware of your own body and mind. Right? You have to be aware of your body every moment, your feeling, sukha, dukkha, upekkha, your mind, your seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. So the four foundations of mindfulness. You have to be aware of, you have to observe the four foundations of mindfulness every moment. When you are aware of every moment, you see that you have no lobha, no dosa, you will be happy. The reason sometimes you are not very happy because someone you like it, you miss it, someone you hate it, you don't want to see it, you are not happy. But if you are so, you just seeing the people, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, you are okay, you can see everyone, you can stay every place. You can see everyone, you can stay every place. So you can see many things, no problem. Because you have the lobha, dosa, moha. Some people you like it, you want to see it. Some people you hate, you don't want to see it. Something you love it, you want to hear it. Something you hate, you don't want to hear it. So because of your kilesa, sometimes you have a lot of suffering. Right? You have a lot of suffering because your kilesa, something like it, something don't like it. That's why the Buddha is saying, observe your body, your feeling, your mind, your seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. In this way, you can see your body and mind changing, anicca, dukkha, anatta. You can reduce your kilesa. So then you will be happy. Right? The Buddha teach this, the Tati Sutta, right? Sati Sutta, the Buddha teach to the monk when the Buddha was living Vesali city and Babali Garden. But the Dhamma is not finished because the Buddha also teach how do we sambhajana. So that time is already almost finished. So we will practice about today about 5 minutes because I taught already about almost 1 hour, right? So about 5 minutes we will practice. Okay, close your eyes. Straight your upper body. So put your hands together. Touch your thumb. Breathe normally. When you breathe in, the abdomen will rise, not rising. When you breathe out, the abdomen will fall, not falling. Breathe normally, watch your abdomen. is up. The time is up. Share made it right. I don't like so no. Repeat after me. Idame Ponyam Aswakaya Waham Hodu Idame Ponyam Nibanasa Pichayo Hodu Imano Ponyabagam Sabasadana Bhajima Sabe Sada Sugida Hondu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Dengan kau